So we got the deck pretty much secured and got the hatch holes cut, and those look good. Sanded those a little bit. We moved the deck over here, and I had been talking about trying to raise up this after bulkhead just a little bit because it feels like there's too much of a gap in there, and I want to have a watertight seal in this after compartment. So we took the original number 4 deck frame and put it in here to where it's coming up just flush with the side panel on both sides, and just based on the number of times we've had the deck on here, I know that it needs to be between 1/2 and 1 inch. So we've got it wire tied in here at the moment, and believe that's pretty straight and fair compared to where we want it to be. Now I'll walk around here and we'll look at the forward one. The way the plan calls for the forward one is to have this cut off like this, but the deck is rounded very severely even back to here with that, what was the number 1 deck frame. And so it's not laying flat down on here at all. And if we've got a hatch cover here and want this to be a watertight compartment, I don't think I could make that fillet come up this far. So we took a piece, just a spare piece that we had laying around, and took a flexible ruler and kind of molded the inside of the front of the deck over there. And then my wife came up with that brilliant idea, and we took the flexible ruler and then just held it down on here, took it to the bandsaw and cut it off. Now we're taking a bit of a guess as to how tall this one needs to be, and that's again just based on some of my earlier fittings and sightings of it is what it looked like. I'm going to go get that deck and carry it over here and sit it on here, and we'll see what. Yeah, see, here's this flexible ruler we used. It's still got the shape on it of what we did. A handy little tool. And I guess part of the reason why I want to go through so much of this and just be detailed about it is because we tried to follow the plans just as exactly and right as we could as far as cutting out these bulkheads and follow the plan exactly. And when you get the whole thing all put together, sometimes it just doesn't fit exactly the way it's designed or the way that the plan called for. So you get to a point then where you have to make some modification. And so that's what we're doing. And so we're just going to kind of play with it a little bit just to make sure that it's going to come out. So I'm going to try to grab this without killing myself. Well, almost. We'll sit it on here, and then hopefully these little extra parts that we put on here for the bulkheads will match up. So we're pretty close to where we're supposed to be. That comes back to right about there. Oh yeah, that's way better. Way better. I'm going to be able to, I don't know if you can get in there and see that, but I'm going to be able to get a really nice fillet in there. That's holding that on the deck just right. Okay, so this after one we're really good with. Now peeking in here is going to be a real trick. Boy, I'm happy with that too. Can you see in there? Oh, that's wonderful. Your little trick worked. That's good. Okay. Well, so we're going to epoxy those in based on where we've got them wired, and sand out the bottom of this and put another coat of epoxy in it, and just get it cleaned and ready and smooth, and then at that point we'll be able to permanently attach the deck. So anyway, this is a happy moment. I'm pretty excited about it, the way it's going. So anyway, more later as we make more progress. Walk a fine line between being a boat and being furniture. I sanded the middle section of the kayak today for a little better than an hour, and got down to 120 grit, and then put another coat of epoxy on there. I believe that's my final coat of epoxy. That's the third one, and I got it smoothed out pretty good. You can't even tell where any of the fiberglass tape was, either between the scarves down here or along the edges where the fillets are. I do believe in the future, when I do the fillets, I'll use a real fine sawdust that's a similar color to the wood, as opposed to just the, there it is right there, a little bucket of filler. I know it's strong, and it needs to be, and some of this is going to be covered up, just a little bit of the cockpit's exposed, so you won't see a lot of this, but I don't know, you probably can't see it on the camera, but there's some places where there's still some just little tiny, like air bubbles or bumps or something, and I believe we'll maybe take as much as 220 grit, take that off of there, just sand enough to get the bumps out of it, maybe put a coat of varnish on that. So anyway, the top still awaits. It's over there. It's got a coat of epoxy all in the bottom now of it. It's upside down over there. So anyway, we'll where's the sailing ship? There she is. Put that on probably tomorrow, and then we're going to be getting close. We'll have to do fiberglass on the bottom and the top. We've got this hatch ready to go up here. That's all sealed and watertight. The hatches are cut out of the deck, so pretty much ready to go. We did cut a forward hatch off the deck here, but just did a round one. I went and I bought just a hatch cover, and so we're going to have that in the front. All right, more later.